Alright, so I want to start this video by stating that I'm not a dating expert, um, but I have been on a lot of dates in my life, and I know the do's and don'ts of going on dates. I'm not like a Casanova or anything like that, but I have been on a lot of dates. But this is just like what has worked for me and my experiences. And obviously, this is about fragrance, but I wanted to say that I'm gonna make a little short video basically just saying that the importance of wearing fragrance to a date or just being around a woman or anybody that you're trying to seduce and make your partner, or not really, just something to have like a lasting impression on someone. It's more important than you think. I know there's like this thing that's said sometimes that like, oh, like, well, girls don't want to be choked out by your fragrance, or they just want somebody who smells clean. Everyone has a different opinion on like what they want their partner to smell like. Like, I obviously know people that don't wear fragrances and they have tons of success with dating, but I also know that there's some people that wear a lot of fragrances and it's what they're known for, like kind of me included. Like, in my world, like I'm known as the person who wears a lot of fragrances. Um, and I don't see how that could be a bad thing unless you're just with somebody who just hates life and they don't enjoy smelling good, I guess. But basically what I wanted to say is I'm referring to this moment in my life when I was wearing fragrances like pretty heavily while I was seeing this girl. But then something like happened to where we like had like a rift in our connection. But then when we reconnected later on, she used like me smelling good as like one of her points of like remembrance of me and like wanting to stay with me. Now, I know that might seem like shallow or like just like it's built on like not a very good foundation. Like, you only want something because they smell good. But like the fact that it was like listed as like one of the several reasons why like they wanted me still is like a big indication that like maybe if I wouldn't have worn fragrances, like I wouldn't have been so like I would have been easier to forget. You know what I mean? If it makes sense. Like, fragrances, like they make you stand out above the crowd, and wearing fragrances will always like people always associate that smell with you, and it just makes you harder to like leave. Basically, it makes you more memorable to them. And if your goal is to seduce a woman or seduce anyone, um, you want to be remembered, and that's the main thing. And you don't want to be forgotten. But obviously, like, fragrances is not going to be the only thing that will make somebody make them stay with you. Like, you have to have like a level of charm. Obviously, you have to be able to charm them, but like charming them, smelling good, knowing how to speak, just having a lot of commonalities with this person and having just a good personality. Like, these are things that are always going to just like set you above everyone else. Um, but yeah, obviously you can't just rely on like smelling good, but it can't ever hurt you, basically. And if somebody's like, oh, he smelled like he had so much cologne on, like he smelled so bad, it just kind of means that they just didn't really dig you that much, or you were literally just like spraying it like everywhere on you, and you just like, or you just chose like the totally wrong fragrance for that moment. Um, but yeah, that's kind of just like a little thought that I was having there while I was making a previous video. But yeah, like, sorry, I'm just like trying to like gather more on that thought. But cologne has been used, or perfume and like just scents alone have been used throughout all of history. I'm not gonna like pull up some sort of fact or data on that, but like everyone likes to smell good and likes to smell things that are good. But I just think that it was kind of interesting that like it was used as like a point of like reference, like as to why like they wanted to stay with you. Um, So if you ever think like, oh, I don't want, like, if you don't want to be that guy that just like thinks he like wears too much, and he's like just that, he doesn't want to be known as like the cologne guy. Like there's just people that are just haters out there that will just like talk shit about anything that anyone does, and like they think it's like lame to wear like cologne. Like if you go to work or something and you work with like a bunch of dudes or something, and they talk shit about you wearing cologne or something, it just means they're just insecure about their own selves. And like if you wear cologne around them, like it's just like you're basically like making yourself an easy target for dudes that like are like in their minds competing with you, I guess. um this is just kind of I'm kind of going off on like a completely different tangent here, but I'm just having like a open discussion with myself right now about different shit. But um yeah, wear fragrance if you want, but I'll always recommend wearing fragrance on the first date, or just in general. I mean, some people say that it's feminine to care about your hygiene and care about smelling good and stuff, but I just think that's the dumbest shit I ever heard. Like I know some guys that are like the biggest like manly man dudes ever out there. Like I'm not really saying like I'm the spokesperson for that or anything like that, but I work like a blue collar job, and I know like a lot of dudes out there, but a lot of them, they wear fragrance, and like I've kind of influenced them in that, like that when they know that something works for someone, like they kind of become interested in that as well. But I know guys that are afraid to like wear fragrances because they don't want to stand out too much, but then like they just kind of get over that, and then they just start like wearing it naturally, and then it just starts having like a positive effect on their life, like with their partners or whatever. Like I'm just thinking as an example, like my friend and his girlfriend, like they're both like wearing fragrances now. I've kind of like rubbed off on them a little bit, and like you could tell that like they're both interested in it now, and it's just like, how could that be a bad thing, you know? Like I just like that. Like who doesn't like smelling good? But this is just an overly explained video at this point. But yeah, I was just having that thought today, and um yeah, so long story short, wear a fragrance on your first date. Wear a fragrance anywhere. If you want to be remembered and you don't want to just drift through life and not be noticed, then don't wear a fragrance. But if you want to wear a fragrance and be memorable and have people notice you more than they might ever before, then start wearing a shit ton of fragrances. Also, another thing that I want to add is, what's with the whole like people when they wear fragrances, they like spray like one on their wrists or whatever, and they just like kind of, that's it. Or like they'll spray it in the air and they'll just like walk through it. Like I don't understand that. Like if you're gonna wear fragrances, then just spray the fuck out of your body with it. Like that's kind of what I do. But anyway, that's basically the video I was wanting to make. I'm kind of just rambling. I don't even know what I'm gonna call this video, but yeah, maybe this video will resonate with somebody. Maybe I'm just rambling like a lunatic, but either way, hope you enjoyed, and let me know what you think in the comments about this little discussion, and I will see you in the next video. Au revoir.